Hi everyone, this is Oracle Ong and this is another personal reading. So I got a question via Instagram from a friend whose name starts with the letter G. And G asks also a love related question. And his question is interestingly phrased as, "Why was I ghosted?" And I think it's a very problematic question because the responsibility is projected onto somebody else. It's projected on the other party here. I think it's important to set intentions and set questions where you are at the center. You are the one seeking guidance here. You are the one wanting to hear how to be truly aligned with spirit and with your highest self. And so, how can you do that? If you will displace responsibility to somebody else. But enough lecturing. This is non-judgy, um, and I want you to ask instead, what message do you need to hear at the moment, such that you would be received more positively and that you would um, have a more meaningful connection the next time around. So let's see how it goes. So I'll just draw out a few cards here. Ace of Cups in the reverse. So Ace of Cups, you have here an image of um, a cup overflowing, and it's an abundant cup. There's a lot of emotions and possibilities. It's a card that symbolizes emotional intelligence and compassion and empathy and lots of love and meaningful connection. It came out in the reverse, which suggests to me perhaps there's just too much emotions here, that emotions are just getting the better out of you. Perhaps there's a lot of negativity and blame that's going on. And rather than letting the situation unfold and you being receptive to the events, you're being involved in the drama of the situation rather than controlling and in an open way, having that receptive kind of energy. Four of Swords. Four of Swords, a card that invites reflection, pause, meditation. Um, Also, truly being kind of receptive and open and empty in a way. And it's interesting that the previous card was a cup that was just overflowing. Or it did come out in the reverse. So Four of Swords invites a kind of emptiness, which is about receptivity, which is about pause, having to take a necessary step back, and having a sense of objectivity to the situation. So perhaps something happened here that has just been overly um, like operating at such a high strung kind of level that you would need some kind of critical proper distance from the situation. You need to detach yourself from the situation and also have more of a sense of ownership of your responsibility and your emotions here. So I need to properly detach. We've got the Seven of Cups as the card in your conscious energy at the moment. So Seven of Cups, interesting also that you started with Ace of Cups and we've got here another Cups card. So this is about wish fulfillment. This is also about fantasy. You've got a lady here really looking at all the different options here. Sometimes this card also suggests a bit of self delusion, or perhaps not appreciating what's right in front of you. So you could be dealing with a situation here where it's either you're overreading the situation, wanting it to manifest a particular way, you're reading it a certain way, and imposing yourself in the situation rather than letting it unfold, rather than being truly attuned to what's going on. And I'd invite you to go back, step back, and take that Four of Swords energy to the situation. You've got another seven as the card in your unconscious, your like subconscious kind of energy. Seven of Swords, and it came out in the reverse. You've got here like a lone wolf figure. She's carrying seven swords. She's looking quite mischievous, quite deceptive. You could be dealing here with a situation of you might have been lied to, you might have been manipulated here, you might have been abandoned by this person who ended up getting more of the situation than you did. You were hoping for something else. You might have been betrayed. Um, there's a betrayal of sorts here, and I'm just trying to figure out whether it was the other party or it could also be an element of self-delusion. There's something that's not properly aligned with the situation. The Four of Swords being one of your cards here at the center asks you to have a think, take a break, pause. What exactly happened here? Were you overreading it? Was there intentional deception, or is it a more self-deception that's involved? You've got Knight of Wands in the reverse as your past energy. So this came out in the reverse. So the Knight of Wands, very attractive male. He's quite the hottie. This is a very brash, very cocky, lots of energy. He could be quite arrogant. He could be quite forceful. This could be that person. This could have been that person that really attracted you. There's some real magnetism about himself. I love how this card came out in your future energy card. This is what's about to come. Judgment. Judgment as a card from the major arcana invites renewal, invites transformation. Um, this is a woman, look at her, she's super cozy. It seemed like she was, in a way, protecting herself, hibernating, and now ready to come out of her shell, ready to come out of her protective um, vessel, if you will. She's ready to experience life again anew. And I think for you to get to this point, what's really needed is proper assessment. I'm reading here, yeah, there's a lot of emotions that perhaps might have gotten the better of you, that might have even affected how you would be thinking and judging the situation. That it was more about projection rather than really seeing it for what it was. Um, there could have been a deception here. Some perhaps that could be blamed to this very arrogant, cocky person who was really magnetic. But it could also be some self-deception here. So thinking about our theme of agency and responsibility, I do want you to think through and reckon with what exactly happened. We've got the Ten of Wands as your energy at the moment. So you feel that you are being burdened. There's a lot of expectations. You might be also self-blaming, carrying a lot of the weight here. It's a very negative, very heavy card. You've got the Magician in the reverse as the card of representing the other or another party. This came out in the reverse. The Magician is an incredibly powerful card that is able to manifest intentions, that is able to make concrete what you're dreaming of. And what I'm wanting you to be cautious about is, again, there might be an element of not manifestation but illusion here at play. So baka you need to be cautious. Again, take that step back. Be prepared for proper reckoning. That Judgment card. So Four of Pentacles, which came out in the reverse. So this could represent again personal tendencies. So you've got here a person who's holding quite dearly to material possessions, to earthly concerns and issues. So could be representing a little bit of being defensive, being greedy. You don't want this kind of energy. This is not an energy that will attract another person. So it might be that you might have been so hurt by what happened that you're having to that you're having to feel you need to be defensive next time. I don't think that's what is being called for here. Instead, it's the Four of Swords energy, which is one of reflection and pause. So be wary not just of others, but also of your own tendencies, negative tendencies. And the final card that came out of your reading, and it's a positive card, Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles also usually represented as a lady in a very lush garden, and she's also looking at the bird that is kind of like that has touched her shoulder. So here it's a much more determined kind of Nine of Pentacles here. A woman who also like a kind of earth mother kind of figure who can see out in the distance, knows what she wants. I think this is a great card to end on. What is it exactly that you're seeking to manifest? What is it exactly that you've got your eyes set on? Or who is that person you've got your eyes set on? It's a card that invites some kind of judgment and weighing of what exactly is important here, what is significant, what needs to be let go. Nine of Pentacles is a very abundant card, that there's so much positivity around you. And it also symbolizes a lot of growth, that you've been through a lot. And now you've got your sights set, you've got a much better perspective on what's going on, a much better control as well of your own emotions. You're more emotionally intelligent. I'd love for you to turn around this Ace of Cups. That in fact there is so much abundance in your life. It's time to appreciate that. at the same time, not to be overly consumed by emotions, making sure that you're truly aligned with your intention, with what it is that you want, in order to manifest this kind of Nine of Pentacles energy. So I can see the cards here signaling and inviting you to take responsibility. And I'd like to end with an oracle card and see what the final message might be. And this is from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. You've got the mouse spirit. So this is the spirit animal that you're being invited to invoke from within you to deal with the situation. So here you're being invited to tend to the small things, that details are important at this particular moment. There might be some event that you're definitely concerned with, that you were ghosted here. There might be some more details to uncover and to pour through in order for you to have proper closure, to get over that, and for you to start looking out broader perspective on what's truly important. So, kind of like paradoxical um, element here and message of, okay, let's just go over what exactly happened, make sure I've got all the facts right, I've got the facts straight, that I'm also open to what truly matters in order for me to manifest that in the future. So I hope that's helpful. Thanks so much, G, for your question. Let me know if that resonates. Thank you.